Why some people get rich after $1 million, and others lose everything. Imagine spending years, maybe even decades, chasing a single number. You tell yourself that once you reach $1 million, everything will change. The stress will disappear. The uncertainty will finally be over. You will feel safe. You will feel successful. You will feel free. And for a brief moment, it actually feels that way. The account balance crosses the line. The goal you've been working toward for years is finally real. You stare at the number on the screen. $1 million. A milestone that most people never reach. A number that seems almost magical when you're starting from zero. But something strange happens next. Some people continue building wealth. Their money grows faster than ever. They become financially independent. Their lives become calmer, more secure, and more flexible with each passing year. Others experience the exact opposite. Within a few years, the wealth they spent decades creating begins to disappear. Bad decisions start stacking up. Lifestyle inflation quietly expands. Risky investments become tempting. Confidence slowly turns into overconfidence. And before they realize what's happening, the fortune that once felt permanent starts slipping away. The difference isn't intelligence. It isn't luck. And it certainly isn't income. The difference is understanding that reaching $1 million is not the finish line. It's a completely different game. And most people never realize the rules have changed. Today, you're going to discover why some people become truly wealthy after reaching $1 million, while others slowly lose everything they worked so hard to build. More importantly, you'll learn the critical decisions that determine which path you're on. But before we continue, if building long-term wealth and protecting your financial future is important to you, take a moment to help the channel. Leave a like on this video because it helps more people discover these life-changing financial lessons. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you had $1 million today, what would be the very first thing you would do? Would you invest it, spend it, retire, help your family, or start a business? Comment below and let me know. And if you're serious about achieving financial freedom and making smarter money decisions, subscribe to the channel and join thousands of people who are building wealth one step at a time. Now let's get into the real reason so many people lose everything after reaching $1 million. The biggest mistake begins the moment they believe they have won. Think about a marathon runner. Imagine someone running 26 miles. They're exhausted. Their legs hurt. Their lungs burn. Every step requires effort. Then they finally see the finish line. Relief floods their body. The race is almost over. But building wealth doesn't work that way. When you reach $1 million, there is no finish line waiting for you. There is only a new level of responsibility. The problem is that many people unconsciously switch from builder mode to spender mode. For years, they focused on creating wealth. Suddenly, they begin focusing on enjoying wealth. That sounds harmless. After all, isn't that the point? To some degree, yes. But there is a dangerous psychological shift hidden beneath the surface. The moment people feel rich, they often stop doing the very things that made them wealthy in the first place. They stop paying attention. They stop being patient. They stop questioning purchases. They stop respecting risk. And little by little, wealth begins leaking away. Not through one catastrophic mistake, but through hundreds of small decisions that feel insignificant at the time. A larger house. A more expensive car. Luxury vacations. Upgraded lifestyles. Subscriptions. Memberships. Higher taxes. More maintenance. More obligations. More financial complexity. Each individual decision seems reasonable. But together they create something dangerous. A lifestyle that demands constant income to survive. And this is where many future millionaires become trapped. They don't actually own their wealth. Their lifestyle owns them. The irony is almost painful. After spending years pursuing freedom, they accidentally build a financial prison with more expensive walls. The truly wealthy understand something different. $1 million is not a signal to consume more. It's a signal to protect more. Because at that stage, your greatest financial enemy is no longer earning money. It's losing money. And that distinction changes everything. The people who continue getting richer after $1 million become obsessed with protecting downside risk. They understand a truth that most people ignore. Recovering from a major loss is much harder than achieving a major gain. If your portfolio loses half its value, you don't simply need a 50% gain to recover. You need a 100% gain. That's why protecting capital becomes more important than chasing spectacular returns. Unfortunately, many new millionaires do the opposite. The confidence that helped them reach $1 million convinces them they can never fail. They begin taking bigger risks. They start believing every opportunity is obvious. Every investment looks promising. Every business idea feels brilliant. Every market prediction feels certain. And that's when danger quietly enters the room. Because markets have a way of humbling even the smartest investors. No one is immune. Not beginners. Not experts. Not millionaires. And certainly not people who believe they're immune. The people who keep building wealth after $1 million understand something that sounds almost boring. But boring is often where wealth survives. They stop trying to get rich quickly. Because they already are. Think about that for a moment. The mindset required to build wealth is often very different from the mindset required to keep it. When you're starting with very little, growth matters most. You need to increase your income. You need to invest aggressively. You need to create momentum. But once you've accumulated $1 million, the game begins to shift. Now consistency becomes more valuable than excitement. Patience becomes more valuable than speed. Discipline becomes more valuable than ambition. And yet many people never make that adjustment. Instead, they continue searching for the next big thing. The next breakthrough investment. The next stock that will double. The next opportunity that promises extraordinary returns. The problem is that extraordinary returns almost always come attached to extraordinary risk. And risk looks harmless when things are going well. It only reveals itself after the damage is done. This is why some people lose fortunes they spent decades building. Not because they lacked intelligence, but because they underestimated how much they had to lose. Imagine standing on top of a mountain. The higher you climb, the more careful you become with every step. A small mistake at the bottom might leave you with a scratch. The same mistake at the top can be devastating. Wealth works exactly the same way. The larger your financial foundation becomes, the more expensive mistakes become. And that leads to another hidden danger that destroys countless fortunes. Ego. At first, success feels empowering. Then it feels validating. Eventually, if you're not careful, it starts feeling permanent. You begin believing your success came entirely from skill. You forget the role of timing. You forget the role of opportunity. You forget the role of circumstances beyond your control. You start viewing every decision as proof of your brilliance. And that mindset can become incredibly expensive. Because markets don't care about confidence. Debt doesn't care about confidence. Economic downturns don't care about confidence. Reality eventually tests every assumption. The people who continue getting richer remain humble. Even after reaching $1 million. Especially after reaching $1 million. They understand that wealth is not something you achieve once. It's something you manage continuously. Every year. Every month. Every day. They know that financial success is less like winning a trophy and more like maintaining a garden. You never stop tending it. You never stop paying attention. You never assume the work is finished. Because neglect always has consequences. And this brings us to perhaps the biggest difference between those who build lasting wealth and those who lose it: their relationship with time. Most people spend years focused on reaching $1 million. The wealthy focus on keeping it for the next 20 or 30 years. That single difference changes every decision. When you think short-term, luxury becomes tempting. When you think long-term, security becomes attractive. When you think short-term, risk feels exciting. When you think long-term, stability feels powerful. When you think short-term, spending feels rewarding. When you think long-term, freedom becomes the reward. The truly wealthy understand that money is not valuable because of what it buys. Money is valuable because of what it allows you to avoid: stress, dependence, desperation, fear. The ability to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. The ability to help people you care about. The ability to make decisions from strength rather than necessity. That's what wealth really purchases. And that's why protecting wealth matters so much. Because losing money is never just about losing money. It's about losing options. Losing flexibility. Losing peace of mind. Losing years of future freedom. Most people don't realize this until it's too late. They focus on what their wealth can buy today. The truly wealthy focus on what their wealth can provide tomorrow. And tomorrow. And the day after that. That's why they continue getting richer. Not because they chase more money, but because they understand what money actually represents: time, freedom, choices, security. The irony is that reaching $1 million doesn't make you financially invincible. In many ways, it simply reveals who you already are. If you're disciplined, wealth amplifies discipline. If you're patient, wealth amplifies patience. If you're reckless, wealth amplifies recklessness. If you're impulsive, wealth amplifies impulsiveness. Money rarely changes people. It magnifies them. That's why some individuals continue building extraordinary wealth after $1 million. And why others slowly lose everything. The number itself was never the deciding factor. The habits were. The mindset was. The decisions were. The truth is that $1 million is not the end of the journey. It's a test. A test of patience. A test of discipline. A test of whether you can resist the temptations that destroy so many people once they finally achieve success. Because wealth is not built by reaching a number. It's built by becoming the kind of person who can keep that number growing for decades. And if there's one lesson to remember from today's video, it's this. Getting rich and staying rich are two completely different skills. Many people learn the first skill. Very few master the second. The good news is that you don't need to be smarter than everyone else. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need secret information. You simply need to understand the rules of the game after $1 million. Protect what you built. Stay humble. Respect risk. Think long term. And never allow temporary success to convince you that the work is finished. Because the people who keep their wealth are not necessarily the most talented. They're the most disciplined. And over time, discipline almost always wins. If you made it this far, chances are you're serious about building a stronger financial future. So before you leave, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Because every week we share practical lessons designed to help you build wealth, protect it, and create lasting financial freedom. And if this message resonated with you, comment, "I choose discipline." I read as many comments as possible, and I'd love to know who is committed to playing the long game. If you found value in this video, leave a like to help more people discover these financial lessons. And don't forget to watch the next video on your screen right now. It may completely change the way you think about money, investing, and financial independence. I'll see you there.